Hey guys. Okay, so this is going to be a slightly different video. I'm not going to be showing off any makeup or anything. I kind of want to do a little bit of a story time video. Kind of, maybe? Anyway, I've actually had one or two people ask me to do reviews of subscription boxes, which is why I wanted to come on and make this video real quick, because I want to discuss with you why I absolutely refuse to do subscription boxes. And this is really old school, but we're going there. We are going there. I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you. Complicate you. I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you. Okay, so several years ago, I actually ordered something from a clothing company. I'm not going to say the name of it. We'll just say that it is, or at least was, a large and popular plus-size clothing store. And I ordered some stuff from them. I believe I ordered it online. And it was one of those situations where, I don't know if you've ever gone to a website and you've ordered something and then suddenly you've found out that you had a free 1-year subscription to a magazine. I've got like 4 magazines that I get, I swear to God. But it was one of those kinds of situations, but unfortunately, unbeknownst to me, I had actually agreed to get a subscription box, and it was a makeup subscription box. And this was way back. I mean, we're talking, I think I was in like my early 20s at the time. I was like 21, 22, something like that. So this was a while ago. This was before these subscription boxes really became a thing. And this is the whole reason why I'm shocked that subscription boxes are a thing. Now, I don't remember the name of the subscription box because it's been like 1,000 years. So I don't particularly remember the name of the company. But I do remember that it cost $40 a month to get this thing. And I got it for a couple of months. And it was usually like really jam-packed with makeup. I mean, I got all kinds of creams and lotions and primers and eyeshadows and lipsticks and mascaras and I mean just everything you could possibly imagine, and every single one of it was a no-name brand. It was usually they picked a brand and then you got all this stuff. Like I said, it was a lot of stuff, but I don't know, like being a no-name brand, I'm not sure it was worth $40 because I mean you couldn't really tell if it was like drugstore stuff or if it was supposed to be high-end or what. And like none of these brands since then, because I actually, believe it or not, I still have some of this stuff. I don't use it. I need to throw it out, but I don't use it, but I still have some of this stuff. And it's like I've never seen any of these brands anywhere since these subscription boxes. Hadn't seen them before the subscription boxes, hadn't seen them during, and certainly have not seen them since. So it was one of those kinds of boxes. And I used some of the stuff like that, but I was trying to get out of the subscription. The problem is that they were very hard to contact. When I did contact them, I would try to talk to somebody and they would get really snarky with me about the fact that I was trying to get out. I mean, they would start out really, really nice, and then all of a sudden they would turn into like queen bitch. And it was a nightmare. It took me a year and a half trying to get rid of this subscription box, just trying to get off. Because like every time you called, and this was what really ticked me off about the whole situation. Every time I called to get out of the subscriptions, I would end up getting a special subscription box, and it would be like perfumes or, you know, something like that. And that was an added charge. And I couldn't stop the payments. It was like I remember I called the credit card company. I tried to stop payments. I tried to dispute the charges. I did all this crazy stuff, and they just kept on coming, and they kept sending the boxes, and they kept charging my card. I was actually at a point where I was about to cancel my credit card just to stop these boxes. But I decided, because I was still, at that point, I was just starting out. I was still young. I had an awful job. I was making okay money, but it was an awful, awful job. And I could pay for the boxes, but I didn't want them. I wasn't using them because at the job that I was at the time, I actually couldn't wear makeup. So I wasn't using any of this stuff. I was working an ungodly amount of hours, so I was never wearing this makeup, and I couldn't really use any of it, and it was so expensive. You know, when you're just starting out, $40 a month is a lot of friggin' money. It's a lot of friggin' money, especially if you're getting a lot of junk that you can't use. So I spent all this time trying to get this thing canceled, and I got a lot of attitude, and I didn't get a whole lot of help. What we finally ended up doing was when the boxes would arrive, we would just write return to sender and put it right back in the mailbox. I never opened them. I didn't do anything. I kid you not. It took 6 months to get them, doing that, to get them to stop sending the boxes. I would send them back and I would actually get a refund. So I was okay with that, and I was like, I will send these back until the cows come home. And I always did. I put return to sender, you know, and I put, you know, refused, return to sender, and I just sent them back. And it always worked. They, you know, they always managed to get back to them, and I got my refund, yada, yada. And after 6 months of doing that, they finally stopped sending them. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have been tempted to try some of these. I kind of looked into Ipsy because that looked like one of the better ones. But at the same time, because of that experience, I'm really tentative about signing up for another subscription box. I really don't want to go through that crap again. It was not worth the time. It wasn't worth the money. As far as I understand, things like Ipsy are not as, they're not quite as expensive as that. And I'm assuming it's a little bit more of a reputable company. I mean, I've heard, I've watched other people do like Ipsy unboxings and stuff, and it seems to me like they're reputable. But the other issue that I have with it is it always seems like everybody's pulling samples out. You know, like when you get like the box from Sephora or Macy's or even Ipsy, you're getting like sample sizes of everything, and you're paying all this money to get stuff that you could probably get for free if you walked into the store and asked for it. And I mean, you're not gonna walk into Sephora and get a bunch of freebies, like, you know, 6 or 7 freebies. You're not, but you can get 3. I believe that's the cutoff at Sephora. I think you can go in and actually ask for 3 free samples, and I believe they'll give them to you. At least that's how it used to be. I don't know if it still is. But I'm also looking at a lot of this stuff that's coming out of these boxes, and I'm like, I don't know how much of this crap I would actually use. I mean, I'm looking at all these creams and lotions, and everybody's getting, you know, it seems like everything is the same shade. All the lipsticks are always red. All the eyeliner is always black. My skin tone is really hard to match with foundations and all that crap. There's only so many primers that you can have in your collection. And, you know, every time you get a freebie from a makeup company, there's usually some kind of a primer and a lip gloss, eyeliner, mascara. I have so many mascaras. I don't buy mascara. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. I don't buy mascara because I don't have to. I have so many samples, and every time I go to Ulta or Sephora and they're doing some kind of special bag or whatever, you know, there's always a mascara in there. So I don't actually have to buy mascara because of this. It's like, how many mascaras can I possibly have? How many tiny little bottles of crappy mascara can I possibly own? So I'm really, really tentative about doing anything like a subscription box. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, I'm probably never going to do a subscription box on my channel for that very reason. Like I said, I've been tempted, but I just can't bring myself to actually order one. I just can't do it. Some of them, Birchbox, do they even still do Birchbox? Because I haven't seen anybody do a review on one in a while. But Birchbox and Sephora, it looks like junk. I mean, it's always like these little samples and it's crap. And it's like, okay, I just gave you like $10 or whatever, and you just sent me a bunch of crap that I'm never going to use. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. But it just seems to me like it's just, you're paying them to send you garbage. It's absolute rubbish that they're sending you. And it's like you're just handing monthly. You're just throwing your money at them for crap. Save the money and take it and go to Ulta or go to Sephora or go to one of the boutiques that's specific to a makeup brand and just get one thing that's good. Instead of getting a whole bunch of crap, get one good item. That, you know, this way you don't end up with 10 pounds of mascara and little tear open packets full of more moisturizer than you could ever possibly use in one sitting, but it'll be dried out by the next day. Instead of having all that crap, save that money over the course of like a couple of months, and then go to one of these stores and get yourself a really good eye palette, or get yourself a really exceptional skin cream, or just the most amazing foundation you've ever seen in your life. Do that, because then you're actually getting something that you want and something that you're actually going to use. And you're not loaded down with drawers full of crap. That's where I'm at on those. So guys, that is why I will probably never do a subscription box on my channel. Sorry. That's just how it is.